Going once, going twice.
My question yesterday, I believe it was, or the day before, was on quantum harmonics. And is that a tool we can use with the body? The body, you wake up one day and it feels like it's out of sync.
But they are energy harmonics. You can't have harmonics with something that doesn't have energy.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm trying to find a better balance with my body. I've got a war going on inside me. Food is not working out for me. Digestion is pretty sad. Trying to keep up with my water intake, my salt, mineral salt intake for my minerals. But I'm in a sad state there. And every day is a battle. I don't want to eat because I'm just not having any fun with it. I'm really not.
The battle is between consciousness and quantum.
Yes.
So you are having a battle. And your consciousness, which is electrical, goes with your thought, your brain, and your mind. All four are electrical. All four have delay.
That makes sense because they're misfiring. They're not working with the physical body.
Now,
because they're trying to control the situation.
Well, it's why the website has a tug of war. It's one of the scenes you look at. You look at a tug of war. And the tug of war is between your quantum, which is what you're returning to, and the mind, body. But the body also becomes the tool of quantum. So the body, once your heart kicks in and your stereo, then you can either get quantum information from your magnificence or your magnificence using the stereo, the second channel of the heart.
I like that.
So that's how it works. And right now you're having a tug of war.
Yeah.
And that's normal. Because in this life, we came in to consciousness. That's what we practice. That's the most recent. You're returning to quantum. You're returning to no new balance grow. And the grow is in the no. Now, if you use your mind, it's an intermediary. And it's doesn't work.
You're right. It doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
No.
So
I'll keep practicing. It's got to work itself out. It will work itself out.
Right, and just keep balancing.
Yes.
Balancing and reaching for quantum strength. Remember, quantum strength doesn't come to you. You go to it.
Yes, I did that. A couple days ago, I learned that my unemployment benefits were exhausted. And for half a second, I went into panic mode, shock, because I didn't know that was going to happen. That's my only source of income since being laid off in March. But I went to the garage. I needed some space. And I said out loud, I was drawing quantum strength now, and I'm open to receiving in multiple ways, abundance. And I left it at that. Well, immediately, same day, things start coming in. Coupons, rebates, and I got confirmation from the employment office that I got an extension for another 13 weeks.
Well,
Yay!
Yay.
Wonderful.
So it was interesting in multiple ways. It was fast, and it was creative, which was so much fun. I did not expect money from various areas that I wouldn't have thought of. I was only focused on the bank account, but it came in, and my necklace. If you guys saw my post,
Yes, that was cool.
that's abundance too.
the picture.
Yeah.
Very
So
cool.
Thank you for
it
sharing.
was wonderful. Yeah.
What a lovely surprise.
Yes.
So I have a question.
Yeah, so all you're doing is having the tug of war, but the quantum you is winning.
Yes.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
And your neck looks better, by the way.
Whose neck look better?
Diane Martinez.
Yay.
Quite a bit.
Feels better. This is where the cancer was. Right here.
Ah,
Ah.
Feeling wonderful. Feeling wonderful. And I know the quantum is winning because I do feel it and see it in multiple ways, like I said. So it's great to get confirmation. So much fun.
Well, and it's also fantastic to know that our magnificence is orchestrating all of this. So when we have
Right.
that little bleep of fear and go, or we're in the dryer for a minute or two, it's like, okay, it's okay. We know that we, are orchestrating this at the highest level of our magnificence. So that helps us to be able to relax and breathe and allow positivity and love and quantum strength to be there.
That's true. Thank
Good
you, Donna.
job.
Yes.
Cancer is kind of like spiritual ego. And if we keep tugging, we're going to win and it's going to go away. So, cancer is another form. And cancer is really sneaky.
It's a way of
Yes.
self-denial because I was literally swallowing my words and they were stuck here. I wouldn't,
Flow.
right.
Well, we're happy to have you share your words now with us. They're
Yeah.
very,
Thank
very
you.
beautiful,
Yes.
powerful words. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they sure are. So, you got the talking stick. Is there anything else, Diane?
No, thank you so much for letting me share. Thank
Yes.
Wow.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing.
you, Diana. Yeah, wonderful stories, magical, magic is definitely happening.
you. So I passed the talking stick.
Okay, now I'm gonna grab the talking stick. I've been practicing on now with the surrogate, and she was out for a month, and with the surrogate, I was able to fix it in 4.5 seconds. And it was a lump in her left arm. And the feeling is different than when you use it to your ability to control local weather. It's different. Yet, all I know, my conscious level is I'm doing something. but it's different than when I'm doing a quantum analog activity.
So, Peter, is the difference your focus then?
Yes,
Okay, so that's what we need to be aware of, what our focus is.
and my mind is clueless. But my quantum is very aware that it's different. And surrogacy is very different to me than quantum analog. And I use quantum analog for local control of the weather and also to remove gaps, all gaps. And they seem to come back over the next 3 days. So that's easy. I just do it every day.
Is it the same spot on her arm that you keep dealing with? Or do you find spots in other areas?
No, it was the same spot, but it was from new use. So whatever she's doing is creating
Irritation.
a lot of pain. A lot of pain. And it's instead of quantum analog, which is local weather control and gap removal, it is me being the surrogate for her. Same amount of time, 4.5 seconds. I also noticed that 4.5 seconds is good for me because it gives everything time to synchronize. Although for me, the activity is happening for in 0.45 seconds. I have consciousness too. So it gets everything in sync. My consciousness and her consciousness. And it works. I mean, that was staggering. I figured she was out for a month. Instead, she played an hour later.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
So, Peter, when you are doing the surrogacy, are you touching that?
Am I what?
Are you holding or touching that part of the body?
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
There's a lot of static on the call. I think it might be Bonnie.
Let me.
Can you mute?
Because I'm with. Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Thank you, honey.
Oh, there.
Much better. Thank
Yes, much better.
Who would like the talking stick?
I will. I'll take it.
Okay.
Donna, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Yes.
Okay. When you talk about on the last call, 100.
Can you come closer to the microphone or pick it up or whatever?
Does this help? I
No.
don't know why. Does that help?
I hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. I'll try and speak louder. When you talked on the last call about the 100 people,
About what?
You're cutting
About
out,
the-
Donna. You say it again, please?
when on the last call, when you talked about the 100 people, I know we have 43 in our, or 42 in our group. Who are the other 58 people you are speaking of?
I am the number of hits, daily hits on the website.
Okay, I thought that might be it.
Mhm.
So you can tell who they are?
No. I just know those of us in the group of 42. But I know there are other people and the number averages over 100. And it is growing again. For a while, it fell as low as 75. But now it's right now it's like 120.
Okay.
But you said you do know that out of the 100, how many in total have spiritual ego? You said 20.
Correct.
Yeah.
So the 20 who have spiritual ego will include the 12 that is in the 42.
Correct.
Good.
So is that just a knowing that you know that there's
Yes.
20 out of the 100? Okay.
Right.
And
That's a quantum gate build. I've had to go back all the way and have gone back all the way and use that 5,000 5,000 each one times 34. So if you multiply 5,000 times 34, I kind of resurface those activities. For example, do you remember when the John the Baptist thing came up?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And my response was immediate.
Yes.
It was immediate.
Cool. So I have another question. This is something I've wondered for a long time. On baths versus showers. I do take showers, but I like to take baths too. Is that something is not effective? Taking a bath?
As long as you include a shower, you're fine.
Okay, you have to have the shower.
Yeah, you have to have moving water.
Oh, moving water.
That's the active part.
So you can rinse off after your bath, Donna D. That's what I've done.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you. And one other question is in the 2016 webpage where you say 2 million individuals are still in pre-quantum mode, creating a new species for creation. So eventually there's going to be a new species when these people come out of the pre-quantum experience, come into experience, I guess that's to say, pre-experience. Do you understand my question? I didn't read it very well.
Well, I'll talk.
Okay.
When
Pre-experience.
if we go back to Atlantis, which we plowed under, how many people did we have when we plowed under?
2 million.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now we have 7.5 billion. And being in control, in power, even though it's evil, you don't care. Because basically we have the 2 million that caused us to start over still around. So this time, they're going to a new planet. They don't know it. They think it's their old planet. And I just got a note from Diane Lamartine says, lying in the sand now. So anyway, an MTD, something we can all look at when this is over. But
So,
basically, we've grown to 7.5 billion. We still have that same 2 billion evil.
2 million.
2 million.
2 million.
Yeah.
So we've gone from 2 million to 7.5 billion. That's a lot of progress. Huge. And we have well more than 10 quantum thresholders. We have around 80. And so they're sixes. They're headed towards full quantum. We have some with egos, and it's kind of like cancer. But we only have about a fifth. 4/5 of us are headed towards quantum. That's tremendous progress.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
So, Dr. D, anything else?
well, I think I didn't ask my question real clearly. So here's what it says. There are 2 million individuals that are still in pre-experience quantum mode. In other words, they haven't come out into creation, right?
No, they're in it.
When you say pre-experience quantum mode.
What is live spelled backwards?
Okay, evil. So
Right.
they already are in existence.
They're still operating as superior to others.
I think, Peter, Donna is really asking about the 2 million individuals in pre-quantum, the 1,000 teams that are creating new species and other things for creation.
That's right.
Right? Yeah, it's not about the 2 million evil people.
It's not the evil people. It's pre-existing, pre-experience that haven't come out of the original quantum into existence.
What I said stands.
Yes.
Okay.
It's, I don't know how else to say it, except, let's try again. 13,000 and a half years ago, we restarted Atlantis because Atlantis was helplessly out of bounds. We had to restart with 2 types of cavemen. We also went through Halloween where earthquakes and volcanoes and water did the job. And the next day, we had All Souls Day, November 1st. And we had 2 million people show up without bodies. And we had a log jam. So how did we start over? Well, we had an inhabitable place. And we started with 2 types of cavemen. And you fast forward to today, and here we are. But what do we have now? Well, we had those same 2 million, and they're going to go on one at a time, multiple. They are. And pre-quantum is doing that. Pre-quantum is evil, but they're here. They're on the new side. Most of us are pre-quantum. 7.5 billion. That's a lot. And then there are at least 10 of us that's actually 80 of us. And when you include the ego part, you have over 100. Now, can the ego part make it? No. They cannot. If you go to your 22 on the first homepage, you'll see they're blocked at 4. There's no way to get 6.
Yeah, it stopped at 4.
Right.
Yes.
Now, it may be helpful to study that more, that 22.
Yes.
And
Yeah, that's
look
most
at
important.
it word by word by word. And all of a sudden, you get the aha.
Yes. And the 6 threes. So
Now remember, you also have the advantage of direct communication with your magnificence. Most of the 7.5 billion are remote
yes.
to their magnificence. The whales and the dolphins, they're different. They're use real energy.
They're using real energy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
That's how they exist on our planet longer.
Pardon me?
That's how they're able to exist on this planet longer, because they're
Correct.
not using holographic energy, which speeds things up. They're using real energy, so it's longer time. I get that. Yeah.
Ecos. 80 well over 500,000 years old. Real energy.
Yes.
What does Mikos do? He spends about 3 years with each child. He loves them. And that's what he does. What do? Learn like bad and forget we've learned it. That's what holographic energy is. What do the 13 steps do? Awake. That's one step. Water. which is 5 steps: ice, water, air, plasma, creation.
Mhm.
What is quantum strength? It took us 9,000 supercycles to develop quantum strength. And that is in there twice. Quantum strength, quantum strength. Thank you. Thank you means I love you. And then in the case of myself, I named quantum singularity, Cami, Nell, you guys. Then I do it again. Years of continued practice. That's quantum singularity. Happy. That's Cami. Family. That's Nell. And you guys. Quantum activities. We're all doing our best. And we're all getting better.
Yay. Can you guys see my picture right now?
Yes.
Yeah. Diana, I was going to tell you, it looks so amazing with those light rays.
It feels amazing.
Yeah. It
Beautiful.
looks amazing.
Yeah.
You can see the blue too.
Yes.
See
Rainbow.
that blue?
Yes.
Yeah, I see rainbow.
There's a line through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's happened many times to me when I'm on a call with you guys.
That's
And I know
awesome.
you've seen that.
Wow.
Yeah, you're
Magic.
Yeah,
so
magic.
much better.
You're glowing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Julie, did I tell you your hair looks great?
Oh,
Yeah, her hair always looks great though.
Yeah.
It's not just today, every day.
he says that because of I answered a call one time, a FaceTime call with hair color on my head.
Oh. So funny.
It was probably really scary.
It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun.
But it did quite, it went over 15 minutes. So Julie just rolled with it. Now we have fun with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
So, anything else Donna did?
I'll let somebody else talk.
Okay. Who would like to talk?
This is Jilly. I'd like to take the talking stick for a moment. Peter, you said that your surrogacy removed a lump from Nell's arm. I woke up this morning and a lump that is normally in my arm that I work on with the which is why I enjoyed that call that talked about the
Skin.
pausing. The lump is gone.
Yay.
Yay.
So I'm just wondering, because this has happened before where I've had a headache and I became one with you, the headache was gone. I woke up this morning, the lump is gone.
Congratulations.
Yay. Congratulations.
Yeah,
Is it possibly your surrogacy that is...
yes, it is.
Thank you. Okay. Thank
you.
Thank you, Peter. It's
You're
wonderful.
welcome, Jelly.
It's amazing.
It is. It really is. And I'm learning about oneness also.
Uh-huh.
And you guys are one, right?
Yeah.
I acknowledge it every single day.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
So I tap into it. And that's my gift to you, plus others, every day.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
Thank you, Peter.
Wonderful.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
All kinds of amazing things around.
Yes,
Yes, absolutely.
and I
We
feel
appreciate your
wonderful.
thoughtfulness.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've done surrogacy work for humanity many times.
Yes.
Yes, I know. But that's not fun like this is.
No.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So the question, since we are on the topic, sorry, Chili, are you done? Or are you
Yes, I'm done. Thank you.
okay?
Oh, by the way, just there was a comment that some of the pictures are sideways. Well, they're pictures from Microsoft.
Ah!
They are pictures from Microsoft. It's part of the game.
No, no.
Wow.
I
Microsoft?
think some of them, Peter, some of them are from iPhone, but they took it in a
Sideways.
landscape mode instead of portrait. So when they took a landscape, it flips it. It never straightens it out.
Right.
Oh,
You just have
okay.
to change it and you can straighten it out because I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, but they have to fix it on.
Yeah, they have to
for-
edit it and change it themselves, yes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But I noticed that
one
part
of the pictures
picture-
I got was from Bev, and that was from the iPhone, and that one's fine.
Yes.
I noticed that Bernadette's picture is the older one.
Right.
I have a newer picture. Do you want me to forward it?
Yeah.
I took a snapshot from the video.
Good.
Another way,
Yeah, that would be good.
another way is Yuri sent that PDF, and
Yeah.
you
That's
can just go in and
Oh, yeah.
snapshot a picture and then
Yeah.
put it in when you edit.
Mhm.
Oh, really? Each
That's-
individual image
Yeah, you
PDF?
you can cap if you don't have a snapshot app on your computer, you can capture it and then just replace it. You don't do an edit, hit edit on the picture, and then you just put it right in. Put the picture from Yuri's PDF.
Well, while we're on this stuff, the picture Nuno sent is of his dad,
Mhm.
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
so I took that and used iPhoto to crop it,
Mm-hmm.
and it's perfect. So there's none of the other stuff.
Nice.
So that's another fun
Yes.
thing. And there's something we'll be able to do with liquid text. Liquid text are two versions. There's free and then there's fee. And I'm still playing with myself because I don't want to do anything that's involved. But liquid text allows text boxes, and these text boxes can be moved to picture or web pages. So it's really neat, and there's no reason that I've discovered to go to the pro version.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just something to play with.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, something fun.
Yeah.
Like
Thank you.
yeah, like Yuri's butterfly. I went right away and downloaded that app.
That's a cute one, right? I like everything cute. Pretty.
Yeah.
Can't have enough butterflies.
Yeah, I agree.
Butterflies are transformation. That's why we feel that compatibility with it.
Yeah.
Changing, ever changing.
Change. Quantum.
Yes. Yay.
Who would like to talk next?
Noreen, did you want it to talk? Noreen?
Yeah, you were talking.
Yeah.
Peter,
Where are you?
can you talk in more detail about the creation's morphogenetic field and then our own personal fields? How do we work with them? How do we work with those?
Well, there is no separation from the morphogenetic field.
Okay.
The key is inserting an activity that isn't in the field yet into the field. So in a word, insert.
Insert it. Okay.
So insert, that's the key thing, that one word. And then it's in the field, and the field knows the field's been notified.
So bring it.
Morphogenetic. Morpho means change. Genetic, you're doing it through the RNA DNA.
Okay. So it's the same field for entire creation then.
Correct.
Okay. Wonderful. Yay.
Yay.
Any other rules we need to know about to play there?
And is it true that if something is not in the morphogenetic field, it will never happen?
Correct. Until somebody puts it in the field.
Yeah. Okay.
Until there's enough growth to let it enter the field.
No, it's a separate point. The field is for everybody. It's like quantum strength, it's like water. There's a common morphogenetic field. But for something to be in the field, it has to be put there. So your point of view is really a creative point of view. And creation is basically now includes quantum strength.
Yes.
So it's easier to put something in the field, but you have to do it. And if you're not balanced, there's that word, if you're not balanced with the field, you're not going to be able to change the field.
Because we don't have enough quantum strength.
Correct.
Yeah.
You do, because quantum strength is not individual. It's common. You're not using enough quantum strength. I mean, when I have a headache, for example, it's gone. It's as soon as I realize I have a headache, I just bounce to it.
Same with everything with our bodies, pretty much, right? As long as we can balance it.
Well, no, it's different. The body, there's one body.
Oh, yeah.
So that's really different. And there's blood, and there's quantum strength, and there's direct control. I mean, how are you guys going to be magnificents if you don't have direct control with your magnificence? You are. So quantum is so fast. We stuff doing.
So does our magnificence ever put anything in the morphogenetic field?
No.
Never, huh? It's
No.
all us in holographic that have to do it.
That's your job.
Yes.
And it's because you know about no new balance.
Yes.
And then what happens when you balance it?
grows.
no grows.
Yes.
The only difference is once we added magnificences, we added multiples. We didn't change the field. They don't have new rules. You have new rules. And if you use them, miracles happen.
Yes.
If you don't use them, your magnificence isn't going to do it. You're the one that
Yeah.
your magnificence is from quantum.
In order to insert, cause this creation to happen or magic to happen, we have to have what's some called intention, right? Focus. We need to have focus,
Correct.
right?
That's the word.
Without focus, we're not going to be able to manifest.
Correct.
Okay.
Because focus is how you navigate through no new grow.
Yeah.
One word, focus.
Okay. Thank you. You got it. I do have something to share. Okay.
Go ahead, Yuri.
Yes. It's very interesting, but because my consciousness really didn't think about this, but on September 17th, for some reason, I jot down in Word surrogate dot one body, okay, on my notebook. Okay. I do believe my magnificent did it. And 2 days later, I started hearing Nuno's mother was hospitalized, and Olga Lucia's mother, and I didn't know what to make of this surrogacy information at that time. Okay, so I thought, okay, well, I'm gonna pray, I'm gonna go into the quantum, do something. Okay. Now 2 days later, afterwards, my mother got injured. Okay, and she's in, pain from the injury. And I wanted to really do something about this, right? So I, look into the surrogacy information from the website. My conscious mind actually is fighting. I mean, you don't know how to do this, right? Like you don't know what you're doing, But, you talked about, going into the shower and, you help your wife Nell and, remove her gap. And, I heard those stories. So, okay, let me try, let me do whatever. But, let me ask my magnificent and do something, okay? So even though I didn't know what I was doing, I chose to practice from that day forward. Now that I started this practice, more and more results starts happening, and more people, like a more occasional happening, which allowing me or forcing me to practice more and more. And Peter, I want to get better and better at it, and I'm so glad that we're having this conversation of surrogacy, because somehow my magnificent chose to practice this, even though I have no prior experience. Like some of you guys have been practicing healing, as a professionals, right? I was never, in that kind of profession before. So, when I go into the shower before I go in, my mind starts chattering. You don't do this. you don't have to do this. You never done it. So what I do is like the step that I take for my personal, I guess ease of trying and do this. First, I'm gonna, go into the divine, like divine and have an intention. I want to heal my mother's pain. Okay, and my friends, pain or something like that. And then I ask my magnificence to take it over. Okay, I'm gonna try to wipe out my mind as much as possible, wipe it out as much as possible. Just do the right thing, whatever that may be, and then I do whatever, like you suggested scanning, I try scanning, but once I start doing scanning, my consciousness, maybe I should do it longer, or that mind chatter. So I constantly battle with my mind, but try to practice to remove my mind and just go with this, right? And I started seeing results. Not only my mother is really healing on a daily basis, but I had an opportunity to help my friend. He, while I was having a conversation in the evening, like he started hurting, like immediately, like, ow, right? I mean, and, for some reason I started sharing there are 5 phases of water, okay? Stuff like that, quantum, and like my mind was saying like, why am I having this conversation? Why am I sharing this? But I said, okay, let go. I'm going to just share it. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and take shower with the intention. And I don't know, I want to practice this. Let me do it. And I usually take the shower in the morning. I mean in the evening. So after I hung up, I went in there with the intention. And, I did whatever, I allow my magnificence to take over. Next morning, my friend actually texts me and he says, I don't know what you did last night, but some weird stuff, like toxins came out of his body in the morning. And he goes like, I don't know what you did, but something happened, like I go like, oh my goodness. That was like something that I didn't expect, so I don't know. It's very interesting that we're having this conversation where keep on, all these people start experiencing all these, pains or accident or, something like that, which triggering me to force myself to do something. Because I don't want to just let go of doing nothing, right? Because I have this opportunity. So that's something that I wanted to share.
Well, yeah. That's fantastic.
Yes. Thank you, Yuri. That's
you're welcome. Really, Peters and everybody's sharing really allow me to do something, right? The information definitely is helping me resolve this mind chatter where, you can't do, you never done this before, because that happens, that back and forth. But your information, Peter's information, and everybody's sharing is allowing me to much easier. I'm not gonna say it's easy, much easier to remove the mind chatter and say, hey, I can create. Yeah, I can try this at least. Nothing to lose, right?
Just remember, on the website, Peter wrote that your magnificence has already approved it.
Yeah.
That's why those instances are coming up for a lot of us, where we get to practice and help others.
Yeah.
With that surrogacy. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, but my consciousness wasn't gonna go there. It wasn't.
No. Thank you for sharing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every single word in that 22 note signed is so powerful. And I've gone back through it in the gray, the small grays. If you use that and understand it completely, and then go forward to the next of the 22, you will understand so much more that if you just use your conscious mind, thought, brain to read those. So, from my point of view, each one unlocks the next one completely.
Yeah.
And so you'll begin to understand it from a quantum viewpoint, the 22. And all of a sudden, miracles will begin to happen for you. And then we all are one.
Yes.
And that what Jelly shared with us shows the additional power of the 13 that's in the second webpage in orange. Really understand that. Each word. And then just keep practicing. And yeah, there are some things we're going to have to change. It's just part of the tug of war.
Yes.
Do you stay with your mind, brain, thought, conscience? That's one side. Or do you go to the other side and use your quantum?
Mm-hmm.
It's your choice.
Yes.
There are over 100 of you wresting that choice. There were 10 of you started at the beginning. So, and now it's over 100. That's really good. It's
Yeah.
amazing. But then sharing with each other is so important.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
It is.
So,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I wanted to share this thing with President Trump yesterday.
Right.
COVID?
The COVID-19 deal. It was very interesting for me to watch myself because part of me was saying, oh, what's going to happen now? The ego, mind, consciousness went there. Then I had to remind my mind that it's not him, it's us doing everything. It's all happening through and from quantum. So
Yes.
it's one person is not going to change anything in that plan. You know.
It's you guys that are the change.
Yeah, we are the change.
And we started as none. Quantum singularity was all we had.
Yeah.
Then we went from 0 to 1. And then we went to 10. Right? And now we're over 100.
Yes.
That's really fast.
Mm-hmm. Our 5th year anniversary is next month. Well, we have many anniversaries next month. It'll be 6 years for Quantum Love. It'll be 2 years since the first group accelerated.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, so it's on the same day too, November 16th.
Wow.
For some reason, it happened to be the exact date. When we did the acceleration and when we did the quantum truths to 1000. So they're rolling, yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Who would like to
I have one question, Peter. 22 daily focus. Okay, number 12 is stress, right? Was it stress? Yeah. Can you speak a little bit more about stress? Like, why would we want to focus on stress?
We don't, and that's why it's
Okay.
there. And
Master it.
anything that stresses you is your mind,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
body, your mind conscious.
Yes.
So it's there because we don't want it.
Okay. Can you give me examples of stress? Like,
Jump in the dryer.
oh, dryer. Okay. Maybe we can do parentheses in the dryer. Okay.
Exactly. That's where you get it.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you. It's clear now.
Yeah, it's also checking to see if you have any going. Are you in dryer somewhere?
Yeah, you can't possibly get stress from quantum.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want stress, go and ride in the dryer.
Okay. Well, thank you, Peter. Now it's clear.
So, who else would like to talk to me?
Julie, Diana, any questions?
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Is Bonnie?
Bonnie's gone.
I think she had to sign off because she was with the client.
Yeah,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
and she couldn't figure out how to mute her.
Yeah, we got to practice with her so she can mute.
Okay.
So,
See, Norma, I can tell who's on, but I can't.
I'm sorry? Please say that.
So,
He can't tell who's on or not today. He's not
Oh,
seeing everyone for
yeah.
some reason, so it makes it harder.
So,
Peter, I was just gonna, just something when I was talking to Noreen about the whole drama with Trump. It's interesting when you talked about, like, in the past when we talked about Trump, it was, he's doing his job, he's doing what he needs to do, and it was a little bit more of a positive, communication about him. What I've noticed in the last couple months, it's been, he's from Pleiades, he has a big ego, that's very common in Pleiades. He is, the trickster. So I'm just trying to understand, like, where we're at with that, like what the change is.
from my point of view, nothing has changed.
Okay.
It was good to get that picture of him as a youngster because part of the rumor is that he didn't serve. Well, that picture kind of does away with that.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a big ego. He tried to downplay Corona. He communicated with Woodward in January and February of this year, Woodward. And he lies all the time. So, from my point of view, nothing's changed.
Okay. So the Republic, they talk about him being this, he's doing all these things behind the scenes that are very positive. And I guess that's just kind of what I was just wanting to see from your perspective, if there was any change. I get it, with the ego, and I didn't know that Pleiades had people with big egos. And why would that be? Why would one, universe, solar system be different I mean, that's almost like being disconnected.
All 1,000. It used to be the experience car. You could use it so you had one driver and you could use it in any of the 1,000. Well, the differentiation that now exists, depending on the solar system you're in, you can't use the same car. It's still 1,000,000, but now it's 1,000 times 1,000. That's how you get 1,000,000. Before, it was 1,000,000. Go any place. So you don't look in your life. How many times are you inconsistent once you understand something?
Can you say that again, Peter? I couldn't hear you, please.
How many times are you inconsistent and talk against what you know is true? I don't think any of us do that. We might be in a tug of war, but eventually we resolve that tug of war, and we don't go the other side, the pre-quantum side. So it's pre-quantum versus quantum. Ask yourself, do I want to go back into the or into the...
No.
Yeah. Blender is another example.
Doesn't sound fun.
Yes. But maybe Peter Pleiades is testing the Photon 19 ego, they got to get it really big. So it'll be a challenge when we go there.
I would say Pleiadians don't know they have a big ego.
No.
That's correct.
They don't know quantum.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, but the thing is they're testing it without knowing it's a test from the quantum,
Yeah, and so are the other 998.
Yes.
But it's starting here with you. And it's very different.
Yeah. After we talked about it, after we started talking about that, any channeling that comes my way from Pleiades Council, because they think they are in control of planet Earth.
Right.
You can hear the ego, even in the channeling coming through.
Correct.
Well, it comes down to false beliefs and lack of quantum truth. So, same issue
Exactly.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Peter, the last time you spoke of Ashtar, you did say that, and you went in instantly, and you said that he said that it was urgent. Is that correct?
High alert.
High alert.
High alert.
Thank you. High alert. And I think that perhaps this is all part of it.
It is.
Yes.
It is.
Yes. Okay, that's what
But remember,
that's what I was perceiving, yes.
from our point of view, there's no time.
Yes.
So high alert doesn't mean tomorrow.
Right.
But he's ready.
Yeah.
Start.
Readiness. That's what it seemed.
Right.
That's what I sensed was readiness, yes.
Yeah.
So are they still measuring the readiness every 25 years, or they're measuring it more?
No. there's no need to.
Okay.
That was before there was quantum strength.
Yes, it was all remote also.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Very neat. Thank you.
You say now it's our magnificence who measures our own readiness.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the case of the 100 of us, we don't, we aren't pre-quantum. We're what we are. We're over 100. All but 20 of us are lined up to go to the. About 20 of us.
Mm-hmm.
We'll pause for, and we'll pause as long as we have the fear. Cancer is another type of fear. False evidence appearing real. All lower.
Wow.
Peter, wouldn't any disease like diabetes, heart disease, when you look at this, aren't ultimately isn't disease all the same?
Yeah.
I mean, so we're talking about cancer, but all diseases would be.
Correct.
Yeah.
But some disease, like to throw in youth and cancer is spec. If you believe in that fear, you're going to catch it. Spiritual ego is spec. As long as you're going to hang yourself up with false beliefs, you're not going to go further.
Mm.
You're the only one that can change. So cancer and spiritual ego in many ways are similar. Are we going to become young? Yes. Disease free? Yes. Age change free? Yes. We're practicing for it.
Yes.
So, Peter, we're inserting in the morphogenetic field us as quantum masters being youthed in that perfection. That's what we're inserting in the morphogenetic field.
Yes.
And so, go ahead. Sorry.
The morphogenetic field is plasma and water, and now quantum strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great. Thank you. Yeah. Wow.
And so once it's inserted, it's done, but then we continue to work with it as we're continuing to deepen and grow.
Yeah, and the readiness will bring it to you.
And the grow part is the bottom. And then you never give up the bottom.
That's really cool.
Do you remember when we were pre-quantum? We looked at the Daily 10 webpage.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something called discharge technology. That's by
Tesla.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you guys don't need that page unless you want it. It's there.
Yes.
It's been reduced by about 50%.
Yes, thank you.
Wow.
As we get better.
Well, everything's getting clearer and easier, which is wonderful. So thank you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
Peter?
And we are at an hour and 20 minutes now.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it's
Well,
just
it's a lot of good stuff for people.
Julie needs the talking stick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all right. It was just to continue with the morphogenetic field. As we insert our experiences, our quantum changes into the fields, what happens with that?
With the field,
Yes,
it's expanded.
it expands. It expands, and
Right.
and that
The field is, I'm going to tell right now, is water plus strength twice and your plasma. So, what is your plasma? It's your DNA and it's your RNA. Now, something new wants to be inserted. Who's going to insert it?
We are.
Exactly. Who else knows how it works? Not many.
But our magnificence knows. We have to
Right.
choose to do it.
Right.
Our
Right.
magnificence knows.
But as you become your magnificence, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
As of today, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
Wow.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
And it works.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Exciting.
It does work, yes, and quickly, yes.
And Yuri, I love what you said about you having the tug of war with your magnificence and your consciousness, and then you just surrender it and go, just take over, just take over. I don't know. I love that. Like, that's classic. I will think of you every time.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're going to help a lot of people with that.
Yes,
That's good.
definitely.
Awesome. It's a great reminder to trust. Peter always tells us trust your magnificence, but that's a great way to actually have an action.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a
Diane.
whole new way. It's the quantum way. We've had to use our mind, our consciousness for all those lifetimes, and now
Yes.
we don't. It's like
Amazing.
Yeah.
a whole new change.
Yeah.
We got an easy button called quantum.
Yes.
Right.
Actually,
Thank you,
based,
Peter, and quantum singularity for that.
yeah, and
Yes.
Diana, based on what Yuri shared, the easy button is magnificence takeover.
Yeah.
That worked for me.
The tug of war is over.
Yes.
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 Right.
Magnificence wins.
That's right. That's a good one. That's
I
a good.
think that was a much nicer
And
word.
you are your magnificence.
Yes.
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 The tug of war is a better word.
Yeah, tug of war is over. Awesome, Yuri.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yay for the button.
Yes.
Yeah. The easy button.
Yeah.
easy
Easy.
button.
Yes.
Yes.
It used to be quantum ease
Yes.
with every panel.
Yeah.
But part of the ease was fewer words. And that was a word. So by erasing it, saved the word. And now we're below 14,000 words. It's amazing.
It's awesome. Thank you.
And I just found that the easy button is your heart. Just hit it and say, take over. Keep going.
Well, yeah. Good idea. I like that. Boom.
Yes.
So, what do you guys, 2 questions. Should we do this anymore? And what's the ideal number? We've done 3, 6, and 9. There are 2 questions.
Those 2 questions. My feeling, my knowing is yes, we should do it. No more than 9 at this point. Yes.
My question was 3, 6, or 9.
9 is nice. Or 10, aren't we 10?
Well, including.
Right.
Yeah.
See, we were 3 with the first one.
Yes.
Because it was myself and quantum singularity.
Yes.
So we can do no more. That's joy. We can do more. That's joy. We can do 3, 6, or 9. That's your choice. So there's 3 choices.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I found today to be very powerful, very, very helpful.
Yes.
So I really like this number, and I would say if, I say yes, I'm in. If yes, in 9 would be my vote.
Okay,
Yes, and
Joey?
9.
Yeah.
All right.
We stay at this number because then we won't create any more ego fodder,
I like the number 9 because if you turn it upside down, it's 6.
Yes.
Yes, say 9.
Yes.
Okay,
9.
Julie is 9.
9.
Yuri?
9.
Okay. Judy?
It's hard to go back to 6 because we're already 9. And if you
Yeah.
go back to 6, 3 of us have to leave.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
not easy to say you have to go.
No.
Yes. All right.
So-
Donna,
Is that a 9?
Is that a 9, Judy?
Yeah, it's 9 and next Saturday. And is that okay with everybody?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
I guess
you all.
since this is being recorded, maybe Peter, you can explain to those who will be watching this video why are you having 2 separate groups and doing calls with 2 separate groups. That might help people understand those who are not here why they're not here.
Well, on after the first one, Diana and Noreen, myself, and quantum single. One of the comments came in through email or text was they were asking questions we could never even think to ask. And the other thing was there's a whole group that was ready to have a call.
Mm-hmm.
So, that brings down, let's take, an example where Judy has to work day and night that day, so it was not. So then we need somebody else. And so how do we, others? It's just
Yeah.
play with,
Can we be in the now, Peter? Can we just be in the now and as if things come
yeah,
up?
but we have to when, because we're not always gonna have
Right.
these.
Mm-hmm. And I think during the week, some others may have questions, whereas like maybe I wouldn't have a question. that specific week, it would be wonderful to have the rotating group.
Okay.
Too complicated. They can mail us the
Yeah.
question. We'll ask. Yeah, it'd be
Think so
easier.
too. I
Yeah,
agree.
we have to keep it simple.
We got to keep it
Yes,
simple.
yes. Have to keep it simple.
Simple is quantum.
Yeah, we,
Complex.
And we are all one, and we're all communicating through quantum entanglement. So,
Yeah.
we may not even realize our question is someone else's question coming through us.
That's true.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
that's
Very
true.
much so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very much so. Yes.
and so even in the other group, the rotation pretty much is stopped. We are at 32, and what I had talked with Diana about this. We're gonna do is we can bring in the one person whose birthday is in that week, and if they choose to join the call, it's fine. Otherwise, we'll celebrate their birthday as number 33, and just like we did for Puff Laurie.
Okay.
And now I think Brian is coming up on 15th,
Mm-hmm.
the day of the call. He might even be on the call with Julie because they'll be together in Illinois.
Yeah.
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 Seeing those beautiful babies.
Mm-hmm. Loving them up.
So,
Love.
anyways, maybe I should pause this recording now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I will too.
Yes.
This one